I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He couldn't. You know, like everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish. You know.
Do you not think Spence will be in the Hall of Fame?
Right now? No, how?
Yeah, he's right, dude. He's right.
How? You know, like he fought in one division. You know,
never unified the belts.
He unified.
He did unify.
You know, he unified.
When Terence "Bud" Crawford claimed he was levels above Errol Spence Jr., many in the boxing world thought it was just talk, until he backed up every word with one of the most dominant performances in welterweight history. Now, with Spence seeking revenge, and their rematch officially set as the co-main event on the next Canelo-Alvarez card, boxing fans are experiencing déjà vu. Only so. This time, the stakes are even higher.
Yeah, nah, he's nice as hell, but you know, I'm at the point in my career, the money right, I'll fight anybody, so.
Crawford isn't just aiming to beat Spence again. He's chasing Canelo. He's hunting greatness. And judging by the way Bud snapped at Spence during their latest interview, he's clearly not here to play nice. Let us break it down. Back in July 2023, Crawford versus Spence wasn't just a fight.
Terence Crawford, we'll start here, reportedly offers Spence the rematch at 147 and not 154. This has got people up in arms because you have the Spence contingent who says, you know what? You know, our guy Spence made concessions to get this fight done. He gave up a lot of money on his side to have this fight at 147. If you look at the contract, this is a sport of contracts. Chris, you know this. You have signed contracts. You have tried to get out of contracts. The winner gets to dictate the weight. The loser got to put the rematch clause or put the rematch into place.
If Crawford wants to fight at 47, that means he doesn't want the fight. He's looking for bigger fish. He already got the big fish. Now he's looking for the bigger fish. He's looking for the big money. There could be potential fights with a Canelo. And as big as the money is for the Spence rematch, it's nothing like Canelo money. So he might be looking for something bigger. Could be Jamel Charlo, which is going to be bigger money than Spence.
It was a historic moment in boxing. Both were undefeated. Both were champions. Both claimed to be the king of 147, but only one man walked out undisputed.
I'll have a fish fry come Saturday. Man, you gotta calm down, brother. Cause listen, man, things can get real sticky real quick, and then everybody would say, this is what we do every time we come out. This is what we do when we come out. Social media, my ass. Bro, listen, just like you talking, just like you doing all that talking, bro, it can turn deadly real quick, but on both sides. So why not support? Listen. Why not support your fighter? Support your fighter. You ain't got nothing wrong with that. Support your fighter. Y'all support y'all fighter. Let's come together, make this event a success. Instead of everybody saying every time we get together, you know what I mean, it's always shooting and violence. Everybody know Team Crawford. Y'all know I get active.
Terence. Crawford didn't just beat Spence, he annihilated him. From the second-round knockdown to the surgical precision in every jab, hook, and counter, Bud proved he's not just the best.
Jab, fast, explosive jab to the head and the body. Bound on his own official score. And it's not just the jab, the uppercut, and the counter, right on the
welterweight alive. He's one of the greatest of this era. Since then, the two have kept their distance, but the tension never left. Fast forward to now. The rematch is officially set. And it's not just any card. It's the undercard of Canelo Alvarez.
Like I told everybody once before, the winner out of this fight was going to be #1 pound for pound, hands down. You got Errol Spence was ranked #4 in the pound for pound, and you got Terence Crawford that was ranked #1. So you got two fighters that's in the top 5 pound for pound ratings. How can they not be #1 pound for pound?
Versus William Skull. Canelo fans. Say a prayer. He's about to fight in Saudi Arabia.
It's up to him. He gave me that opportunity to fight him. It's only right that if that's what he want to do, I'll give it back to him. Outside of him, I was definitely looking for that Jermell Charlo fight, but they just stripped him for the WBO. So now it's going to be kind of hard, becoming a 3-weight world champion if he don't come back and, fight Tim Tszyu and be successful after his fight with Canelo.
And the streets are saying, pray for Canelo, bro. Pray for Canelo. But here's the thing. Canelo's not losing. Why? Because Turkey needs him to win. There's no way Turkey...
Canelo fans, please pray for Canelo. He's about to fight William Skull in Saudi. Pray for Canelo, bro. Pray for Canelo, bro.
Bro, but don't you get it? Canelo will never lose because Turkey needs him to win.
Yeah, he's not going to lose.
There's no way Turkey gets his Crawford fight if Canelo loses, so that's not happening.
It's a deeper, darker criminal link. I don't trust it. Pray for Canelo, man. Turkey might say, yeah, you was talking all that shit when I was first trying to get you. Now look what we going to do for you. We got you in Riyadh. Let's get that L up off you. And you still got to fight.
He gets his Crawford fight if Canelo takes an L. It's deeper than boxing. It's a deeper, darker criminal link. I don't trust it. Turkey might be thinking, oh, you were talking all that noise when I first tried to get you. Well, now you're in Riyadh. Time to take that L. And even after that, you still gotta face Crawford. That's right. 2 of the pound-for-pound kings fighting on the same night, in the same arena.
I think Canelo's gonna put the beats on him like Dr. Dre.
Do we get a knockdown from Canelo, or does Bud knock down Canelo?
Nah, Canelo's not going down. You could hit Canelo with a Louisville slugger. He's just gonna smile at you.
They ain't say gonna beat him like the beats of Dr. Dre.
Yeah, he's gonna put the beats on him like Dre.
But why? Because the Crawford fans are like, bro, we not standing in front of Canelo like Jermell and Berlanga. We're not gonna be there to get hit.
Size matters when it's implemented, right? When the fighter can use the size correctly, it matters. Now people say, well, Crawford has longer reach. They're the same height. I don't mean body mass, right? We say, look, Mike Tyson was 5'10", but a solid 225. Canelo was a similar kind of pit bull frame. He can't get hurt. Crawford is jumping up 3 weight classes, 2 now. Didn't look great at 54. Didn't look powerful at 54. How's he gonna look at 68 against a man who has a chin made of certified titanium?
On the same card. Bud versus Spence might technically be the co-main, but let's be real. I
feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you named is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
The fight everyone's watching, because if Crawford wins again, and does it impressively, the next fight writes itself.
I can't go down anymore. But like he say, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then, he need to enjoy his fight. Okay, he deserves it. He deserves it. I like Spence, but I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terence Crawford is different. 168, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for that.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Crawford is not just fighting Spence for bragging rights. He's trying to force the world's hand.
Hey, I want Canelo. Is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh, man, you will whoop his ass.
Like yes, man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Madrimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
Hansai made it clear if Canelo keeps ducking him, he's going to make sure no one can ignore him anymore. And what better way to get Canelo's attention than to destroy Spence again on the exact same night Canelo steps into A?
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. You know, so you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So you know, I'll be going for Bud. You know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah. But
he's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford?
That's why this rematch isn't just another title defense. It's a message. Crawford wants to go down in history, and he knows that beating Spence again, decisively, puts him right at Canelo's front door. Let us not forget, Errol Spence isn't some washed-up fighter. He was undefeated before.
Terence went on Pound for Pound podcast, and he said that Errol Spence will not be a Hall of Famer. Can you just give me your thoughts on that?
I disagree.
You disagree? Why do you disagree?
I feel as though Errol had a great career. If it wasn't for Bud, he would have been undisputed. So he went and got every belt one by one by one. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
For their first fight, he unified the division, and he's one of the most dangerous body punchers in the game. Most importantly, he hasn't forgotten the pain of that first loss. Errol S. been quiet lately, but don't let that fool you. He's been training like...
Tell me about EJ, bro. Like, the world, I feel like we haven't really seen or heard from him since the Bud fight, like, publicly, you know what I mean? Interviews and all that shit. Tell me, like, when you speak to him, do you feel like the nigga's in a good space? Do you feel like, is he still got that fighting spirit? Like, is EJ still EJ?
Yeah, EJ still EJ. You know, EJ just living his life. You know, he chilling. He been boxing for a long time. You know, EJ chilling. EJ barely in the country, man. EJ living.
Passport getting crazy right now.
Man, he got stamped.
A man possessed. Because if there's one thing fighters hate more than anything, it's being embarrassed. And Crawford did exactly that. You best believe Spence is coming to this rematch with everything he's got. There's no more room for excuses, no car crash, no layoff, no weight drain talks. This is Spence's shot at redemption, and he knows if he gets stopped again, it might be over for him at the elite level. This isn't just competition. This is real beef. Crawford and Spence have been throwing shots at each other for years, long before they even stepped into the ring. From Twitter fingers to face-offs, these two never liked each other. But ever since Crawford made Spence stumble and bleed on national TV, the hatred's been born.
They say Crawford is a hell of a fighter, but I don't really respect his resume. What? Other than fighting you. Crawford? You know what I'm saying? What? I don't really respect his resume like that on me. Hey, look, hold on. Sean was up versus Spence. Sean was up. He was doing his thing versus Crawford. Stop listening to his daddy. Yeah, you know what I mean?
He be killing you.
That is why, when Crawford snapped during their most recent face-to-face interview, it wasn't for show. It was real. All eyes are on Canelo Alvarez right now. Fans have been begging for a Bud versus Canelo fight, especially after Crawford ran through Spence the way he did.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't you can't count him out.
And let's be honest, Canelo hasn't been fighting top names lately. William Skull, no shade, but that's not the fight anyone wanted. Everyone knows Bud's the real challenge.
Juan, tell me your opinion on Canelo versus William Skull. That just got official.
I don't know what's going to happen, but William Skull is not nobody. He's nobody in the sport of boxing.
It's for an IBF belt.
Yes, it's the IBF champion, but you know William Skull? I don't know William Skull.
Hey, let me get your opinion on the Canelo Crawford that apparently is going to get made for September.
Will be a good fight, but I think the difference is 2 divisions in the weight class, and I think it's a dangerous fight for Terence Crawford.
So you see like Canelo winning by knockout, or?
Maybe yes.
Yeah?
Maybe Canelo wins by knockout.
Okay. And one more question. There's been a big thing that Jake Paul was calling out Canelo, and the fight got scrapped off. You know.
I don't like to see those fights because I'm a YouTuber fighter with a real boxer. I don't like it.
But Jake Paul, he's been calling out Canelo for a while.
Yeah, I think Jake Paul wants to fight with Canelo just for money, and then I don't like it.
Okay.
Hey Juan, Canelo dice, yo peleo con los peleadores real. Y está peleando con William Skull.
No, está mal. No, it's not good fight. No, it's not good. It's not good fight for Canelo because Canelo needs another great opponent.
Okay, hey, hablamos después, bro.
Okay.
El próximo vez, bro.
I'm Ellie Seckback reporting for ESNewsReporting.com. I'm Ellie Seckback reporting. ESNewsReporting.com. I'm Ellie Seckback reporting. I'm Ellie Seckback reporting for ESNewsReporting.com. I'm Ellie Seckback reporting. ESNewsReporting.com. I'm Ellie Seckback reporting.
The real fight, the real smoke, with both Bud and Canelo fighting on the same night in the...
Well, first of all, I give Crawford all the credit in the world for even thinking about possibly fighting Canelo. But if that fight ever takes place, I have Crawford 1,000%. And people are going to say, oh, well, you're contradicting yourself. I kind of am, but Crawford is also a big guy. Crawford is a big guy who can handle a Canelo because they're the same size. Crawford is a guy who punches hard, but he doesn't rely on his power. He relies on his footwork. He relies on his speed, on his change-ups. He relies on his combinations. He relies on his mind. And I believe that Crawford is a way better boxer than Canelo.
Same venue, there's no more room to hide. If Crawford dominates Spence again, the pressure on Canelo to take the...
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Fight will be immense, because at this point, it's not even about the belts anymore. It's about legacy. Bud wants to move up and do something only legends dream of, jumping weight classes and taking out the undisputed...
Bring up Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. We keep bringing up the weight class, but that's not my thing. This is what I'm mostly thinking about when it comes to that matchup. Terence Crawford has never met anyone like him. Y'all don't understand the importance of that statement. In order to beat Canelo, you got to be great first. Triple G, Floyd, Bivol, you got to be great because Canelo is great. Canelo ain't just a big tank guy, that's why he's great. Head movement, good speed, accuracy, great heart, guts, chin. He's great. He has that X factor that only the great ones have. He fights more often than Crawford, at least twice a year. And he doesn't stop fighting. He fights through knee injury, wrist injury. If you're 6 foot something, if you're 5'11" or 5, it doesn't matter. He's great.